6 weeks today until I attempt my first sub-3 marathon at the Abingdon Marathon. Today is whether I can do a 20-mile run. It's time to get specific. It's time to lock in to the marathon pace. Let's see how we go. Hello, I'm Nick. Welcome back to my channel. So we're actually 2 days out from a big race that I'm doing with my first specific marathon pace workout of this block. So most of this video is going to be about that race, that workout, Bedford 20 miles, 32k, with a lot of it above and below marathon pace. But before then, I just wanted to talk to you about specific training, because with 7 weeks to go before Abingdon, it's time to get specific, and that means a lot of marathon pace, but actually a lot just above marathon pace and just below marathon pace, and some killer long run workouts, particularly in these next 4 weeks. Going to be the biggest workouts of the block. Hopefully really push my fitness forward even more and get me as prepared as possible for the sub-3 marathon attempt at Abingdon Marathon in October. So in this phase, a lot does still stay the same. I'm still going to be doing a lot of recovery runs, a lot of easy runs, and they become perhaps even more important because you need to recover for your harder days, and they're going to be the hardest of the block. I still will be doing strides at the end of some of those easy days, just again to keep touching on that top end speed. But yeah, as always, primary focus on those days is recovery, nothing more, nothing less, easy miles, and then letting rip in some of these workouts. So there's 2 kind of days I'll be doing those on generally. So I've still got my Tuesday night runs with my club. What I'll be looking to do in those is, instead of kind of pushing the pace or even doing 10k pace, it's going to be more around kind of threshold, sub-threshold effort. So a bit faster than marathon pace, sometimes a bit faster than half marathon pace, but in around there rather than kind of that top end. The point being, around this kind of threshold pace, how long you can sustain for an hour is going to really help me deal with the lactate that builds. So you change from using body fat to sugar to fuel, and ultimately if I can just make my body a bit more efficient at clearing that lactate before we get to the point of no return, then that is going to help me when the going gets tough on marathon day. And the other big workout of the week will of course be the Sunday long run, or maybe Saturday on occasion. But actually most weeks I've got a race in the calendar, so I'm going to be doing it as part of that race. And I say race, I'm not going to be racing any of them. None of these are going to be flat out, but they are going to help me practice exactly how I want to do things for Abingdon Marathon itself. And let's be honest, when you're around other people, it's going to make those marathon pace and quicker miles just a little bit easier and get that training benefit in. So in the weeks to come, after Bedford 20 this weekend, I've got Stevenage 5 and 10k. If you do both, you get a joint combined medal, which is pretty cool. So I'll be doing a workout as part of that one. I've got a cross country to do in Broxbourne, I believe, so we'll see what I can do with that. And then plan to do the Wellington City half marathon at the end of the month. Again, another opportunity for a big workout. So lots of fun stuff coming up, and I'll be talking about the different big workouts I do in each of those videos, and also my nutrition, stuff like that, in terms of how I'm fueling these biggest weeks of my block. So yeah, if you fancy joining along, do hit that subscribe. It does mean an awful lot. It means you get your videos, coming up on your home feed. It's completely free, blah 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 blah. More the merrier. So yeah, come aboard if you want to. On the hunt, I reckon. In terms of mileage, if anyone saw the recent video, then you'll know that I've already hit peak mileage for the block. So in this 6-week specific period, I won't be going any higher, but my peak has already been made, which is 67 miles, 108k, and the plan is to keep within 90 to 100% of that. So that's looking at 60 miles, around 97k, to that 67 miles, 108k, depending on how I'm feeling. So I do want to be keeping the mileage high for this period, but not at the expense of the big workouts I'm doing, the long runs. So I will pull it back towards more that 60 mile, 97k mark as needed if I'm really feeling that fatigue and not recovering enough. But I hope I can keep it there or thereabouts and just ride that wave and keep building that fitness. The only other thing I want to say right now in terms of specific training is, of course, you want to be really dialing in to everything that you're going to be doing on race day. So many of you will know I've been practicing my fueling for a long time now, but that will continue, and just tweak it as I need to, very slightly, but I'm pretty much dialed in for that already. I'll also be practicing in my race day kit, so club vest, of course, the kit run shorts, and the feature socks, which I wear all the time, but most importantly my Nike Alphafly 1s. So I've got an old pair which have many miles in, but I'll be switching those out in the week of the race for my virtually fresh pair of Nike Alphafly 1s, which have only done the Boston Marathon UK so far. And the reason for that change in specific training is because you just got to get used to how carbon plated race shoes feel. It does alter your stride a little bit, you might get a little bit of a longer stride length, and while you don't want to be racing in carbons all the time, you want to feel that benefit on race day. Almost got run over by a car. Equally, you don't want to not race in them at all and then find out your body doesn't quite respond in the same way as it has done in all your training. So yeah, for those workouts I'll be doing, I'll be in my Nike Alphafly 1s and yeah, enjoying that speed. One of the most beautiful buildings in Letchworth, by the way, the Cloisters. And just two more things before we get to that Bedford 20 race. The first one is making the terrain specific. I'm doing a road marathon, so all my workouts, as far as possible, are going to be on the roads to simulate what it's going to be like come race day. I've done a lot of training on trails, trying to just take away that impact off my feet, but now is the time, with 7 weeks to go, to really start running on the roads and seeing how that feels, getting the legs ready for Abingdon. Final thing I am changing in this block is my strength training. So I'm still doing 2 times a week up until pretty close to race day, but I'm actually doing it so that I'm doing upper body, core and lower body each time, rather than having upper body and core one time and then lower body legs on the second one. And the reason for that is I don't really want to absolutely kill my legs before a big workout, so if I just spread out that workload a little bit, it's going to help. I'll be talking more about the specific workouts I'm doing, which are the main point of the specific block, in the weeks to come, but now it's time for the Bedford 20 mile run. So it's Sunday morning, it's race day morning, kinda. So the plan today, the workout, is going to be 10 miles easy steady, and then we're going to pick it up and we're going to do 15 seconds faster and slower than marathon pace every half mile, so 800 meters. Today marathon pace is 6:40 to 6:45 a mile, or 4:09 to 4:12 a kilometer. So 15 seconds quicker than that is going to be 6:25 to 6:30 a mile, or 3:59 to 4:03, I think. Okay, and then slower, 15 seconds slower than marathon pace, is going to be 6:55 to 7 minutes. Can't remember what that is in kilometers, but I'll put it up. And because we're at the Active Training World Bedford 20 miler, this is a perfect opportunity to practice everything as if it was race day. So that's nutrition, night before, today, everything. The shoes, got the Nike Alphafly V1s on, and yeah, just trying to simulate everything that I'll be doing at Abingdon. And what better place than a race environment. So it's been another really good week of training, and just doing a mile warm-up beforehand, and with another 20 miles, 32k to go, that will take me up to 62 miles, 100k or thereabouts for the week. Lots of easy stuff in there, but also I paced Jay, who I'll be running with for the first 10 miles, 16k today, to a new 5k PB at Hatfield 5k race 2. So I crossed the line in 18:37 and then carried on to do it as 20 minutes, kind of sub-threshold pace, and yeah, that felt really good. That is 1 mile done. Now we got to get on with this race. So that's 5 miles of this 20 mile run done, just coming up to 41 minutes. Still running with Jay, and that was an 8:03. Just got to keep going. So just come up to 10 miles, 16k average, under 8 minutes a mile, 5 minutes a k, and now we gotta go. We gotta go. Let's have it. 6:25 to 6:30. Yes, Marie. Yes, Marie's friend.
Hello, darling. Well done.
Okay,
it's warm for you, Nick. So
I know.
amazing.
Thank you. I've got to go again now.
Good. You seem happy.
Yeah, it's going all right. Hello, 2 hours, 27 minutes, 10 seconds on my watch. Average pace, 7:18 overall. Pretty much hit every split, maybe missed one or two. Pushed on at the end, felt my first bit of cramp, literally on the finishing line. But yeah, really happy with that. That's a 62-mile week, 100k, and we're looking in good shape. So just got to keep going now, keep being sensible, recover, and go again. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a like. Thank you for getting this far, and subscribe to the channel if you want to follow me on my journey. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.